Let's see what Bodo's gonna get. She's gonna get a 2. So, yeah. And she gets a 4, 5, 6 dice block as well. So, and plus... Oh, she actually got some mini stars. Okay. I didn't see her having point of that, but anyway. But Peach, on the other hand, she's gonna get the those 5 mini stars no matter what. Because, you know, she's down to 4th place. And then she'll just back up to 2nd place right now. And then me and Bodo were tied in 3rd right now. So, I might have to keep an eye on that. Oh, on the what's inside. Oh, she also gets mini stars as well. After that, I believe she doesn't get any when in, you know, the captain event. Now, if you see that right there, where oh sweet, I got a 6. Once you land on those little event spaces right there, that we actually drove past it, that basically what this happened is that as you see, there was a regular mini star right over there, 10 mini stars in fact. That basically that not only does it actually just to stay put, or not only that, but it also allows it. Not only does it change the mini stars into mini Z stars. Oh, we actually play some mini games right here. New ones actually. Pizza Me Mario, Funky Frenzy, or Mecha Choice. Let's go for its middle. Funky Frenzy. Ground pound the panels to collect as many mushrooms as you can. At the start of every round, you see how many mushrooms are under each panel. Hold the remote sideways, press D-pad to move to the jump, and 2 while jumping to perform a ground pound. So I think this minigame does remind me of memory match from Mario Party 1, that you have to memorize the panels in order to match them up. And I believe this is a minigame I've seen in the E3 2011 trailer as well, so... You know. And I believe when you hear this little theme song that has been playing right now, this is also being played in Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo Wii U. And I believe the stage is only placed in Mario Circuit Mario Kart 8 version stage. So if you want to let us know know of what I'm talking about, then you probably should expect what I should be saying here. I think the more valuable points while trying to win this minigame is easily 3 mushrooms, because if you got those, then you basically pretty much guarantee that you can get those mushrooms easily. What I recommend it here is just a quick ground pound sometimes, because otherwise, if you do this like a big jump and then just trying to ground pound, it might just slow you down a little bit. But regardless of such though, it's pretty easy though. Now as you see that right there, where Toad is almost barely landing on that space, well, on the unlucky spaces right there. I think it's mostly in this board that it's only introduced that if you land on those, then not only you can actually get into the negative part of the board, which you can see down here, you also get into this little mini Z stars route. So you might as well avoid that. Luckily for Bodo, she actually avoided that thanks to that special dice block of hers. But I know some people usually encounter that, but usually lucky for me though, we did not encounter that at all. And it looks like we have one more fork of the road, and it looks like we're gonna go up here. So this would actually give me a good chance if I was gonna get those Concilium mini stars in the process. So yeah, that's all it goes, how it goes. Anyway, another thing I'd like to talk about for Hyrule Warriors Legends though is that game will be released on March the 25th on 2016. So definitely looking forward to that actually. However, the 3DS version of the game does not have a challenge mode system, unlike the Wii U version counterpart. So yeah. Oh, I was so close to get some bunch of mini stars. But yeah, if you land on those event spaces right there, as you see those little cutscene right here where the Hornet Crab ship starts to shoot these cannons, where you know, you can see that right there. It actually transforms these mini stars into mini Z stars. So sometimes the CPU might actually get screwed over by those stuff. Mainly Toad, as he got screwed over by it. Wow, he's gonna lose those 15. Youch. Poor him. He did that pretty well at the beginning though, but later on, he's going to get dipping down a little bit. Alright, so let's see the standings. I was in first still, and looks like Birdo's going to take a slow dice block. And let me guessing Toad is going to select US just like, well, other CPUs can do. Whilst in the, some human players, depending on if they're going to be selecting either of these options though, so anyway. So he's sending out 4 Bowser spaces just like Bruce Hall Castle. So, yeah. Shuffle space. And it's going to Toad again. Whoa, looks like Toad is going to get screwed over at this point. Predictably right here, the negative mini Z stars right here. So, yeah, he probably get an unlucky, unfortunate thing ever, so poor him. But at least I'm in first still, so I was like above from 3 from Peach right now. So let's see what he's gonna get. Oh, he's gonna have his another go. Alright, that helps with him. And it may look like he's only got 1, so I'm assuming he's gonna land on the Bowser space, which sure enough, it is. So, yeah. And what events should we actually go through this time around? Is reverse minigame. It's been a while since we've actually done those reverse minigames since... since I believe in the first board. So yeah, the only ones we did play one of them. It's Flumper Room. Okay, so let's see what Toad is going to select. Chain event. Okay. Since we already played that one, so because of that though, this is a reverse minigame, so we have to like constantly getting hit by the spike balls this time. So let's go ahead and do that. Ah! So yeah, that's the thing you should be able to do for this right here, so you know. Alright, so I guess there's not much I can, you know, talk about for this board. It's just basically that of all the boards I actually played through, I think probably Blooper Beach will actually be my second favorite board of the game. It's not just a matter of how long this board is compared to the other boards, especially some boards in Mario Party 10, because in some boards in Mario Party 10 can be ranging from 30 minutes or something like that, and make the games even incredibly shorter than the ones in the previous Mario Party entries in the series. But usually that, well, I usually just think that, I think my favorite board of this game so far will have to be Toad Road, because I just think that board is pretty simple, and plus, I know some people usually complain about the new style of gameplay, how this goes. They meaning that they're not a big fan of the changes or what have you. Oh, we have a battle game. Anyway. So apart from that though, I do like this little change right there. It's just I think probably Blooper Beach will definitely have to be my favorite board of the entire game. Oh, we have a new minigame to play through, Ring Leader. Okay. Jump your dolphin through the ring. For the floating rings, red rings are worth 1 point and the higher gold rings are worth 3 points. Hold the Wiimote vertically, wave the Wiimote upwards to make your dolphin jump. Hold A to dive, and then wave the Wiimote upward to perform a high jump. So we're basically going to do like somewhat very similar to the Echo the Dolphin type game. Which, if I remember rightly, that game is so ridiculously hard, especially near the end, and specifically in the first game. The game also has that the sequel called Echo 2, The Titles of Time. And also has another one which is called Echo Jr. And as well as the Dreamcast game called Echo the Dolphin Defender of the Future, which I think is a pretty bad game. But I think Echo the Dolphin, and especially the sequel, will be better. Especially I now own these games on the Sega Mega Drive Ultimate Collection and the Xbox 360, so even then. If I have a lot of trouble on that game, then if I occasionally stuck onto certain points throughout the game, mainly for the first game, that basically I have to use the save states in order to actually beat the game, because that game is really damn difficult, especially no checkpoints. You know, just how it does it on the, what game doesn't have any checkpoints? Such as like, for instance, when Super Mario Maker was first launched. So, yeah. Alright, so here we have the specific special lucky space right here, where not only you get some mini stars, but also you get onto this next destination, or in this case, this little island right here, where it contains 5 spaces all in all. And basically, all you have to do here is just to land on that specific lucky space in order to actually get those 10 mini stars. And then plus, not to mention, if you do that, then basically it allows you to get back into the main map. And especially noticeable where if you want to like sometimes the board itself can be a bit too long for like, even then, as I said, this is probably the longest board of the game. It's probably because there are some events do involve like some little long type of things. I don't know. So in this little area that we actually contains, like, I'm pretty sure it's 3 blue spaces, or in this case 3 dice block spaces, and 1 lucky space, and also just 1 dash space. So that, well, if someone's gonna try to land on it, then basically they'll just get that go again, and then get those mini stars in the process too. So yeah. I believe when I used to got this game back in 2013, even though it was a bit later than ever, I suppose. But usually I think this is the only point I always seem to actually restart this map in order to actually let me win in first place in solo play, is because a lot of the times though, the computer opponents always seem to get even luckier, and specifically in this area. And because of that, I did manage to try to get it, but sometimes I didn't get it. Only computer opponents get. So that's usually that's why I always seem to restart the board again, to actually just to get first place in. Because obviously I know for the fact that every single Mario Party games I always want to be first place. Especially how it does in Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, as far as I'm aware. So, you know. And speaking of Mario Sonic Olympic Games, though, oh, we have a lucky space again. So apparently we're gonna go back in here and somehow just get those mini stars again. So let's do that again, I suppose. Anyways, and I'm pretty sure if you actually land on that dash space already from the get-go, that you have to be sure that I think the exact number you need to get is just 4, so that you can manage to land on that. I guess another thing I haven't mentioned is that as you can see right there, I actually got ourselves a different vehicle to actually equip on, specifically in this board. Because in the previous 3 boards that I haven't sort of changed the vehicle. But I believe when you have the first time playing this game, the only starter vehicle on this board will have to be the blue submarine. Like, it has a little flippers on each sides. But in this board, in this case in my own time, I actually changed into this vehicle that actually just to redeem myself into this little orange submarine, which it does remind me of something related to when you actually first time playing Mario Party 10 and actually get onto whimsical waters, and then when you start the board up, it actually gives us a orange submarine. So a bit like an opposite, and then the unlockable one is just the blue submarine. So yeah, hooray! I got 4. So that means I actually got Caecilian mini stars. So that makes me a good lucky victory. So I should able to not to worry about this now. So. Right, at least Peach and Bodo both there got exact same mini stars total. It does seem to remind me of the 9 Islands from Toad Road, but rather than just doing with a captain event system, but it's just a free-for-all type of thing. Oh, well, in case if you didn't notice, is that once you actually constantly land on those dice block spaces, you don't play those mini games once you get into that island. You always have to be on the main board in order to do that. So, you know. And Toad makes it there in the boss battle space when he ever gets the captain bonus or whatnot. So let's see what boss fight we have to deal with here. Jesus, Blooper for a third time in a row, but at least this time around we're actually going to fight this specific boss battle on this board. But still, 3 times in a row? Jeez. I mean, granted, we didn't encounter him on the Boo's Horror Castle or anything, because we usually fight King Boo instead of him. But I guess we'll have to rematch against him for a 3rd time. So, we haven't get a chance to fight against like Wiggler in Toad Road, and especially Big Bob-omb in Bob-omb Factory. But I'm not exactly sure on the 5th board just yet, but I won't explain it to you until we actually get into it, so, you know. So anyways, well, I'm sure a lot of people seem to already know at this point, so, you know. So like every time when I play this, like, you know, party mode or something like this, that this is the only boss battle minigame I always seem to play just for about a few times in a row, especially in different boards, like in my own time at least. Maybe next time around though, if I actually got the boss battle minigame or the boss battle space at the very end, although I did that before in Boo's Horror Castle, but at least I might pick the specific boss battle in the next board. And if I do that though, then I can choose one, so yeah. Alright, that's it for Blooper Beach, and it will be bad enough if the computer opponents will actually be selecting this boss battle for a 4th time until the next board. Well, it'll be like a Blooper once getting pretty angry at this point, so yeah, that's a little bit too underwhelming for my taste, but at least it's not that bad, honestly. Alright, so final results in Blooper Beach. So let's see right here. See, minus star. I think Toad is actually going to get this because, well, obviously the fact is that he actually got those negative mini stars, so he actually got that. 5 star, I don't know who's gonna that goes to. I'm assuming it's going to be... Oh, Toad actually got it. And now finally we have Dice Block Star. I don't know who that goes to. Let's see right here. It goes to both Bodo and Peach. Okay. I don't mind letting them have those. So, the true superstar, or in this case, the winner in Blooper Beach is... Toad is in 4th place. Bodo's in 3rd place. And finally, Peach is in 2nd place. So the winner in Blooper Beach is Koopa in 91 mini stars. So congratulations, Koopa. Great job. At least you did a bit of a rough time at the middle part, but at the very end you got at least got a pretty lucky victory right there. And Peach seems somehow went by 2nd place by 2 mini stars from Birdo. Well, these GPUs are really quite stingy while getting closer to those, but anyway, and I was like way above from the others. So let's take a look at my graph right here, just in case if I was got some mini stars in track. Well, meh at the beginning, but later on, I'm getting progressively better. So yeah, that's usually can get. And yeah, Toad, he actually got barely lucky in the middle, but at the end, he seemed to get unlucky right here. Especially in terms of the event space I actually activate. So, you know. And I didn't get any bonus stars at all. So, Toad is the only one, or in this case, Bodo as well, that those two actually have mini stars taken. So, Bodo has 3, and then 25 from Toad. Yikes. But anyway, we didn't get a chance to actually play 1 versus 3 minigames, and especially Bowser Jr. minigames as well, if only it's because, well, Birdo chose to select the spin space route, rather than just a bunch of minigames routes, which I felt kind of buffed out a bit. Anyways, that concludes for these videos right here. So next time on Let's Play Mario Party 9, is that we're about to be heading to Magma Mine, the 5th board of the game. So, yeah, see you guys next time for that. Later, fellas. I'm not looking forward to it.